What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Three Wide Podcast, hosted by myself, Ethan Reich, and I'm here with my good mate, Bryan Rudshteyn, along with Brandon. How you guys doing today?
Alright, mate.
Alright, yeah, it's been a little while. You guys been up to anything serious? Anything going on in your lives that we have to talk about before Formula One?
Nah, not much, mate.
College. Just college.
Just college.
Yeah.
Heard that. Well, it's been, 3 weeks since the last Formula One race? And a lot has happened in that time, so let's just not waste any time and dive into that. So we're going to start off by doing a little recap of the Monza GP that happened around, 3 weeks ago now, right?
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, pretty boring race for most standards. Not the Monza fireworks we've seen in the last 2 years. I think that could be agreed amongst all of us. But we did have some really good moments. The main one I want to talk about is Mr. Nick DeVries getting points in the Williams. Your thoughts on this before I comment? We'll start with Bryan.
I mean, it's always nice to debut and score points on your debut.
Wait, hold on. You said debut?
Yeah, his debut.
Okay.
Is that his debut?
It's okay, yeah, sure.
No, but I mean, honestly, like, even in the trash basket of a car that Williams is, I mean, he finished in the points. That's really good. In comparison to his god tier teammate Latifi, I mean, you know, what else could I say about that, you know?
Latifi did pretty good. He finished one lap down, where usually he'd be what you think would be 93 laps down. So I think it's a bit of a win for Latifi.
True. I mean, the man is a legend himself, you know. 7 points in his entire Formula One career. That's, you know, best driver ever seen. Period.
Yeah.
Top tier.
What about you,
Top
Brandon?
tier.
What do you have to make of the DeVries situation?
Kind of the same as Brian. I'm very impressed with his performance.
Yeah,
Also, like, shows the skill gap between him and Latifi.
definitely.
In the same machinery.
Yeah, I mean, I think anyone's better than Latifi. No offense, but this water bottle. You give this water bottle a drive at Williams.
You say Mazepin. You just say Mazepin.
Or this Vizio remote. I guarantee you.
Did you just say Mazepin?
Yeah.
I can't. Yo.
But the
Hey man, don't disrespect Mazepin. He spins, bro. He spins.
But the Williams is very slippery in a straight line, right? So the Monza outline benefited DeVries and Albon. Well, not Albon. He didn't race. DeVries very well, but he looked very comfortable in the car. And I think Williams would have been the most stupid company around if they would look at that result and say, "Yeah, we're gonna keep Latifi over him." I know that he had funding from his father, right? That was helping out with the team.
Yeah.
But surely it was a no-brainer to go with DeVries. I mean, he's getting older. Like, I think he's like 27, 28. He don't look a day.
Yeah.
He don't look a day over 20. But he looks very comfortable in the car, and you could see all the training regimes and Formula E. He dominated for a while, and
Yeah.
I think he's on an Aston Martin reserve for this weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Is he for this weekend?
I think so. I think he's on standby. I think. But yeah, it's really nice to see, and we'll get into the driver market soon. But I'm pretty sure he'll get the seat at Williams over anybody else because nothing's confirmed yet. But we'll get into the driver market in a little while. Have both Haas cars finish outside the top 10 again, and I think it was me, Bryan, and also Brandon. We covered this on a recent podcast. How Haas had such a good middle of the season run, like in Britain,
Great.
Austria.
It was great.
What's the other race I'm thinking of? Britain, Austria.
I think the first race was really good too.
Well, yeah, but in the middle, Mick was P6, P7.
Oh yeah. Consecutive points.
Yeah, I think 3 races in a row he got consecutive points, and both drivers outside. Magnussen, I think, was involved in something lap 1 or lap 2. I'm pretty sure, which was kind of annoying.
I think that was Spain for Magnussen when he tangled with Hamilton.
No, but I think something happened in Italy, if I remember correctly.
I
I think he lost in a pit or something. Had to pit early. I think I could be wrong. It's been a little while, but Mick Schumacher's another one, looking like to leave Haas. But again, we'll talk about the driver market in a little bit. You had Daniel Ricciardo finish DNF due to a power failure, I believe. Like he lost power. I believe he was running in the points. I believe P8 at the time, and then the car gave out on him, which was, not the sight you want to see for a man already.
Or he gave out on the car. Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're coming like
He's
that against
been-
Daniel?
He's just not the same, bro. It's not the same.
I know he's not the same.
Taking the Daniel from, like, let's say, I don't know, 2016, 2017.
2
even
years
any of those
ago.
Daniels
2 years ago. Take him 2 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, last year he literally won in Monza,
Still, he wasn't like good last year to standards. You gotta admit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Lando
for sure.
Norris could have easily won that race, but he was told by McLaren, "Do not pass Daniel." Let's be real.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Guan Yu Zhou got 10th place, got in the points, and also won himself a new contract extension, which again we'll get into in a little bit with the whole driver market. Actually, let's get into that now, because about it for Monza. I mean, I'm guessing everyone knows Max Verstappen won. He'll win every race left this year anyway.
Leclerc P2.
Yeah, Russell P3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Norris P7, which we come to expect, even though that car is terrible. But I believe Lando Norris is a top 3 driver on that grid. Personally, he's probably one of the best. But yeah, how he gets that car P7, P6, race in, race out, it's unreal. But let's talk about the ever crazy driver market. So there are 3 available seats after Latifi's gone. Alonso
Vettel
moved to Aston Martin to create the Alpine seat being open, as well as there was an Alpha seat almost open, but they gave Joe another contract. And then there is the Williams, and McLaren. Well, no, I went to Piastri. And what's the other seat I'm thinking of?
Haas?
Haas, right, that's the one.
Haas could technically still have an open
And
seat, although not officially.
there's 4 drivers vying for a seat, 4 main contenders, right? It's Ricciardo, Mick, De Vries, and Gasly. Obviously, 4 can't go into 3. So before I speak on this, what are your predictions for the upcoming driver market saga that continues?
Brandon, you want to go first, or?
Wait, what are the open seats? No, sorry, who are the open drivers?
It's basically Mick, Ricciardo, Gasly, and De Vries.
I think De Vries, out of those, De Vries has the greatest chance of getting into a seat, maybe, because the other 3, Mick's decent, but like inconsistent, and plus damage. Who's the other one?
The other driver?
Gasly.
Gasly,
Yeah, Gasly. Gasly, like 2021 he was very good, but this year, like, not as good. But I do think he does have a good shot of getting a seat.
Yeah, Gasly's proved himself,
So I think maybe. Yeah. I think maybe either Mick or Daniel, but I think Daniel is the most at risk.
Hmm.
And he might join another Type Auto motorsport.
Yeah, we'll talk about predictions for Ricciardo in a little while. Well, what do you think, Brian? Who do you think is going to go where?
Honestly, I've been seeing like these trends in every single team, and that's you have the younger, sort of less experienced, but like really, like he's just the points getter, the points bringer for the team. And then you have like the defenseman, or like like a person playing the Checo role, and I think every team sort of has something like that kind of combo. And if every team is gonna follow something like that, I'm gonna want to say that De Vries probably is gonna go to Williams, get like a 2-3 year contract, pair himself up with Albon, He's going to be like their rising star, and Albon's going to be like the experienced person.
That's crazy to say that because De Vries actually older than Albon.
Is he actually?
I think De Vries like 28. Let me check.
Yeah, but he hasn't like driven
27.
like. Is he? Is actually?
Yeah.
But he hasn't like actually driven too much, or doesn't have the F1
yeah,
experience
yeah.
like Albon does.
When you
So
talk
that's
about-
what I was referring.
Talking
to.
about experience, yeah.
Yeah, in terms of experience, yeah, he doesn't
Yeah.
have like the experience like Albon has. But
Right.
I think his move to Williams would be pretty much at this point like solidified.
Yeah.
For Haas, I'm pretty sure they're gonna keep Kevin. I don't see why they would not release Kevin. I mean,
Well,
Kevin's probably
doesn't his
scored the
contract-
highest for Haas
doesn't his-
ever.
Oh yeah, no, it's only a 1-year contract. Yeah.
Is it actually only
Wait,
a
no, I
1-year
think
contract?
it's 2. I think he has 1 more year.
2.
It's Mick.
Yeah,
it's Mick
2,
that's in
so-
contention. It's Mick.
Yeah. Mix in contention. Plus, now that he's Mattia Binotto's gonna discuss whether he's gonna stay a part of the Ferrari drivers academy or
He's
not,
not.
because his
He
fate
cut-
is
he-
still.
he cut ties.
He's not. Oh, he cut ties. Yeah. So it's basically he definitely has no seat in Ferrari, and I don't really see him having any seats at Haas, even despite Haas needing all the help they can get. I don't think he's gonna have the seat at Haas. I say he might actually have a shot in AlphaTauri, and I'll explain why in a minute. But as for Ricardo, I think a move to Haas would be a very unusual, but at the same time, sort of like it's the only place where he could go. Either that or AlphaTauri, but I don't think he's going to want to come back to the Red Bull gang. But I'm thinking for some reason Haas. He does like that American lifestyle, so I'm definitely gonna want to say that he's going to Haas. And Pierre Gasly, I mean, it's so visible that he's going to go to Alpine. I mean, the dual French. I mean, 2 French drivers driving for a French team, and he's been performing pretty well because AlphaTauri's car is just absolute dog water this year, and I just think it's so evident that he's going to go to Alpine, and that's about it. Now, I did want to explore something else. Ferrari does have reserve drivers, and are the only team that technically haven't tested up to so far any reserve drivers. And I know in their academy, I don't know all their drivers, but I do know that they have Robert Schwartzman.
Schwartzman's
I think his name is.
one. Yeah, Schwartzman's
Yeah,
a good one.
very good one. And he's P2 in, I think, last year's championship.
Yeah.
Formula 2. He was runner-up. He was P2. So I think he's going to either test for Haas or for Ferrari sooner or later. And maybe if Ricardo decides to altogether stop Formula 1 and go straight to IndyCar, because it's another path, I think Schwartzman could just land a deal in Haas. Just
Could be.
a few years, because he is a Ferrari driver, and that's basically it. I mean, I've heard like Nico Hulkenberg, but he's reserved for Aston Martin, and I don't really know how that's gonna really.
I don't think they'd go Hulkenberg at Haas.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think they want someone young again.
Yeah, and if they want somebody young, I say their best bet is probably Robert,
Yeah.
because he looks like a very solid contender.
Yeah. For me,
Um,
Ocon a couple weeks ago said his number 1 preferred teammate to join him at Alpine
would be Mick.
would be Mick.
Yeah.
Mick then cut ties with, or Ferrari, whatever. I don't know who exactly initiated it, but Mick and Ferrari cut ties, which opens up that Mick to Alpine role. Could it happen?
True.
Possibly. If I'm Alpine, who do I go for? I'm picking Gasly. That's
Yeah,
just my opinion,
sure.
though. But
For sure. That would be a smarter move for sure.
would you listen to your driver over his preferred teammate to make him happy? Because maybe there's something between Ocon. Maybe Ocon would feel a little bit more pressured by Gasly, which, in theory, should push both drivers to make them the best versions of themselves. But
True.
maybe Ocon wants to be more of like a supportive role to Mick in his development. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Than Gasly.
True.
So if Mick goes to Alpine, which I think that's his most likely role, I think that's also Gasly's most likely role. So where would Gasly go in the events that Mick goes to Alpine? Would Gasly stay at AlphaTauri, you reckon?
I don't know. I've read where the head of the what's that guy's name at AlphaTauri? Yeah, I forgot his name off the top of my head.
It's not Toast, right? It's not Franz
He
Toast?
says, yeah, Franz Toast, Franz
Yeah.
Toast. Franz Toast, French Toast. I. It sounds the same.
You are Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, today I am. But honestly, like, he said that there's no chains attached to Gasly's contract, meaning that he's basically free to go, and they're not going to hold him back. So
But look at the contract
I don't think he's going to stay at Gasly. I'm sorry, I don't think Gasly's going to stay at AlphaTauri. I'm thinking more either Alpine. I mean, the other available seat is Haas or Williams, so I don't think he's going to go to either of those teams, considering that Alpine would probably be his best move. But the other thing is, everybody for some reason is avoiding Alpine, which is very strange considering that Alpine's probably the fourth, if not fifth, best car on the grid.
Fourth. These guys.
Fourth best car on the grid. So I don't know why everybody's avoiding Alpine.
Yeah.
I mean, they have pace and reliability is actually decent. Actually decent reliability.
And
so
like, to your point,
you don't hear too much about their engines burning down.
Yeah, Gasly has one more year left on his contract, which would keep him to 2023. So he's not like in a rush to go anywhere, sort of thing. So I think it's more likely that Mick goes to Alpine rather than Gasly.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's still gonna stay for the 2023 season?
I think so. I mean, there's been nothing yet of that not happening, so I don't know.
I just want to search up for the really quickly.
But let's say Mick goes to
what each driver is staying till.
Well, Mick, I think he has another contract, another year left. I think, or I don't think he's out of contract. Ricardo was
actually speaking. I'm sorry, the Lewis's expires in 2023, but he's definitely staying at Mercedes.
Obviously. Ricardo was bought out by McLaren, which makes him eligible to go anywhere. But so I'm thinking Mick to Alpine, right? And then that would open up the seat at Haas. So I think they would have been in with a shout for Herta, but the FIA, I think he had only 42 out of 50 points for a super license, so the FIA said not this year, mate. Also, he could have done a winter program or a winter like Red Bull series to get those points, but Red Bull were like, absolutely not. No, we're not going to risk this. It's not worth it. So he's going to probably
technically the site that I'm looking at right now, it says that Yuki Tsunoda's contract expires till 2022. Expires 2022.
No, he got renewed. I'm pretty sure.
But it got renewed.
I'm pretty sure it got renewed.
And
Zhou as well got renewed.
Technically, Daniels was supposed to be till 2022.
No, yeah, he got bought out. McLaren gave him the rest of the money he was supposed to earn, basically, because they said enough's enough. I can't wait to see Piastri and Lando, man. I know you just said most teams, right, have that they have that Lewis Valtteri, you know what I mean? Like they have the well, not most teams, but when you have like a world class,
I don't want to say Lewis Valtteri. I want to say more like Max Perez type relationship.
Well, is that Lewis Valtteri?
Well, yeah, basically, but like, I mean, yeah, you could say that, but like, I was thinking more like Abu Dhabi type, like 2021, like how Perez, like, you know,
Valtteri.
Team, that
Bottas
team
will
filling
do
in,
that,
like filling in that team player role.
Valtteri did
basically.
too. How many times was he asked to switch with Lewis
True,
when he didn't want
True. Yeah.
Red Bull did hey, can I borrow your homework? Sure, just don't copy it word for word.
to? No, that's Aston Martin. They did 3 times, I think. They did it to Mercedes.
True.
Was it 2019, 2020, or the following season?
2020.
The pink car. They copied Red Bull this year, and they copied somebody last year.
Wait, who'd they copy
Yeah.
last year?
I forget, but I remember them copying somebody. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, I cannot wait to see Lando and Piastri. I think there's going to be fireworks in that team because if Piastri is everything that we're hearing about him, it's going to be fun. If
He doesn't disappoint.
If they have the car for it. Because this year that car has been like pretty fucking terrible. But luckily for McLaren, their star boy is top 3 best drivers on the grid, in my opinion. So, having him with Piastri is only going to make them 2 better. Even though it may get toxic sometimes, they're going to be completely better drivers. That's why Rosberg won the World Championship, because he had the best driver of all time, arguably, as his teammate, pushing each other. Although 2015 or 2015-16 or the 2016 season was super toxic in Mercedes. They easily won the constructors and the world drivers because of how much pushing each driver did to each other. So I think the same thing's going to happen at Red Bull, and could happen at Alpine as well if they get Gasly. But that's going to be fun, man. McLaren, but they have so much to do over this the break when the season ends, because it's just been appalling for what we expected of them. We thought they'd be on par, if not quicker than Ferrari, and they're quite simply.
Okay.
They're quite
You actually thought that? I don't know, bro. I never.
Last year they were kind of on pace at some points on Ferrari. They
were. I remember like Russia for sure. Russia 2021. I remember that one.
What about Monza 2020?
Monza.
A 1-2 in front of your home fans.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Over the summer they were back to be the 3rd quickest team on the grid, and they are nowhere. Well, I mean they're near there, I guess, in terms of paper, but in terms of performance, they are not near there at all. They are well off the pace. Car suffers from a little bit of porpoising. The engine performance isn't as strong as the Red Bull's powertrain or the Ferrari's powertrain, and you can clearly see that.
Or Mercedes powertrain. Despite Mercedes looking in a lot worse form than they've ever looked. You know.
Yeah. The changes hit them well. Like a couple months ago, you saw Lewis Hamilton talk about how he drove last year's car, and that clip is all over TikTok. But
it's not it.
Who knows? Maybe next year Mercedes comes back with a bang.
Let's hope so.
But before we talk about next season, we gotta talk about next race, which is Singapore, and
yes, sir.
It's looking like it's going to be a rainy and wet Singapore as well, which is going to be...
That's what they're saying, right?
Bro,
that's what they're saying.
I watched was it Singapore 2018? It might have been 17 or 18, when it was completely wet and Max got sandwiched by the Ferraris. That was such a good race, bro, to watch live. That shit was amazing. There was... I think Ocon or Perez got spun into the wall. Vettel got badly damaged. It was crazy. So what Singapore could be something special.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I mean, Singapore, another street circuit. It's gonna be a tough one.
I love Singapore,
especially with those cars. I mean, it's gonna be very interesting to see how they go through that. Did they make any layouts changes to the layout of the track, or no? Didn't add anything? Didn't take away anything?
Yeah, I don't think.
It'll be very interesting to see how all the cars play out and how the race goes.
It says rain for the whole week. I don't know how that works, but Sunday they're saying 70% chance of rain. Saturday 50%. So it could be a wet quali and a wet race, which would be sick.
Let's hope it's not too bad to where it
Yeah.
becomes like Belgium.
Yeah, you don't want another Belgium 2021.
Or Monaco 2022.
Oh yeah, or that.
I mean, Perez did win that, so I'm happy with that.
No, but like they wasted so much time. I mean, it wasn't even that much rain. Just get the race going. But anyway,
I mean, it's Monaco. You gotta
yeah.
realize.
Well, I
Yeah,
understand. But you
true.
gotta be ready for anything in F1. You gotta always expect the unexpected. That's what Formula One's all about. But
Yeah, but
yes.
there are like things like you can't do anything about, like
Yeah.
Monaco.
Right. But Singapore? You got the best car on the grid, best driver on the grid who loves the rain, Max Verstappen. and Red
Latifi.
Bull.
Oh,
I thought we were talking about Latifi. I was gonna be like, Latifi P1.
he did get P1 in rain in the practice.
He did. The Williams car does work a lot better in the rain.
And on
I mean,
straights.
that's how Williams has always
I
been.
mean, that's
like,
how
their
all
cars.
like
That's how rain works.
cars
If
that
you're
aren't like.
when it's raining, if you're a good driver, that's gonna show more than if it's dry. It's called the great
True.
equalizer.
It's a very it's one of the best equalizers.
Yeah. It's called
Sure,
the great equalizer.
rain is the best equalizer. But
Yeah.
what's it called?
We need
I
snow.
mean-
We need snow. Snow.
Snow. Oh, they're gonna be slipping.
The Mount
Oh,
Everest
man.
Grand Prix. That's a kick.
Oh, Mount Everest.
Nah, put Canada in like the December slot.
No, he's gonna put the green hell of Germany on the calendar. That would be scary. Can you imagine?
There would be death. If you
Yeah.
you're putting Nicholas Latifi on the Nürburgring. Yeah, okay. On Nordschleife.
That would
good
be
luck
scary.
with that.
That would be scary.
But he could barely drive down Highland Boulevard, most likely. You expect him to go in the green hell? Yeah, okay. But no, I'm excited for Singapore, man. I'm really excited for Singapore. I hope it rains. I hope it rains a lot. To where we see the drivers really take control of the race, and who knows if you get some good battles.
Could you take a moment to appreciate Team Papaya's absolutely new livery that they're bringing in?
Nothing looks
Because
so sick.
that looks absolutely
Oh, and it's gonna be
fire.
and it's gonna be under the lights as well. Oh my.
Oh
God.
yeah,
They have a new
that
livery.
thing's gonna be blistering. Oh yeah, it's like what is it, like purplish,
Yeah.
pinkish retro, some kind of retro orange, blue, black. It's going for some
It looks
insane
very
colors.
cyberpunk.
Yeah.
It does, and
Yeah.
it's amazing. They should just keep that, honestly. I don't know why they just have for one race that one special livery instead of just keeping it, because that looks fire.
Yeah.
It looks
No, it
fire.
does. But any predictions for Singapore before we move on?
Well, if it's rain, I'm gonna say Max P1.
Really?
Wow. But it's
Wow.
rain, because it's rain.
No, I'm joking. Because Max has
And-
won every race under the sun. You know, I'm pretty sure the most
Sure.
races won in an F1 season by one driver is 14. I think Max has 11 or 12.
In one
You
season.
gotta realize that there's more races
Right,
now than
right,
before.
right.
Yeah,
But still,
and I think that Vettel still holds the record for 9 consecutive
yeah,
races won. I don't think that's ever going to be honestly beaten, because that was an insane victory.
Yeah.
That was like insane. That was like what, 2013 or some shit,
yeah.
I think.
But yeah, what are your predictions for Singapore? Singapore.
Max P1, Charles
Give me five. Give me five. Give me seven.
Charles
Give me
P2,
Give me seven.
7. All right. Max P1, Charles P2. I want to say. You know what? I want to say Lewis P3, George P4, Vettel P5, Alonso P6, Norris P7.
You said Vettel.
That's what I'm going with.
Where's
Vettel
Sainz?
so far. Vettel's. Oh. I
Nah,
sort of
Bryan
dropped
just
him
put-
out. I sort of dropped him out.
Predicting
But
Sainz
here's
is
why.
just, like, DNF'd.
Yeah, because Ferrari, you know, the Tifosi gonna, you know. But here's the thing. Vettel so far has finished P5 or higher in every single Singapore Grand Prix up to date. So, I think he's going to keep that record. You know? But, knowing with what bullshit's going to happen with Aston Martin, it's either he's P5 or Sainz is P5.
You know what happened to the
So-
last time Vettel raced in the rain at Singapore?
Oh,
He got battered.
well. True.
So if you're going off history,
True.
it's not looking too good for your selection. Brandon, what's your top 7 before I go into mine?
Jeez, I have no fucking clue.
It's
It's either Max is gonna be P1 or DNF.
fair.
DNF.
One of the Ferraris is gonna DNF or be
Please don't.
like, huh?
No.
Please don't.
What Brendan meant to say is the Ferrari mechanics are gonna have an absolute. They're gonna it's gonna be pouring raining, and they're gonna put on the hard compound tire, and think they're gonna be some strategical geniuses, and then. Yeah.
Didn't Aston Martin do that like once?
Yeah.
Last year. Like
Unfortunately.
they tried it with Seb, and then Seb was like, "No, it's not working."
No, that
Yeah.
was in Russia. No.
Yeah.
Stroll was like, they were like, "Are you happy on this tire, or do you need to come in?" No, I don't. Literally, the corner after he goes into the long crash.
Yeah.
Bruh.
That race still gives me nightmares because of Lando. But anyway, yeah, continue.
I still have like 2 or 3 more. I'm gonna be weird. Albon's gonna get good points, I hope.
Okay.
Latifi's not gonna get points.
Obviously.
Wow.
Imagine Latifi
I
P1.
think if you bet on Latifi DNFing, you'd lose money. Because of how high that possibility is.
Oh my god.
You know what? Let's say Hamilton has a chance at a win. Let's say that.
Brian,
Okay,
you're
okay.
gonna like this. I'm gonna go from 7 to 1. P7, I'm going my boy Lando Norris, because that's where the car is gonna get him. P6, I'm gonna go Sainz. I think I'm gonna struggle.
Okay.
Actually, no, because he has that rally background. I'm not gonna go Sainz in P6. I'm gonna go Checo in P6.
Wow.
I'm gonna go Lewis in P5.
Lewis P5.
Sainz P4.
Who's
Who
P4?
P4?
Who's P4?
Sainz.
Science.
Bro,
Okay,
you're just
okay.
reading off of the Monza GP results.
Is he actually?
No.
Hey, yo.
Perez 6th place, Hamilton 5th place. Sainz
Oh,
was
no.
Charles P3.
Charles P3. Boy, get out of
Max
here.
P2.
Bro, Brian, you're lucky if you get
Max,
P3.
wait. What do you say, Max P2?
George
What?
Russell P1.
Really?
Remember the last time it was raining? We know we can do it.
I
in the
mean,
rain. I think this race.
He is the Saturday man. He's the Saturday man.
He's been
I'm not gonna lie.
This year's been more Sunday.
Okay, yeah, true,
But
true.
he's still
That's
really
'cause
good at
he has a
qualifying,
good car.
especially in the
Well,
rain.
it's because Leclerc is the Saturday man. That's because Leclerc is the Saturday man. But
Bro, did you see?
you really think
did you
he's gonna take a win?
And Hungary was wet, right? In the rain for
Yeah.
qualifying. Russell, where did
It
he
was.
qualify?
Oh, he brings up a valid point. He did qualify
Remember
P1.
Belgium last year? Where did Russell qualify?
I don't remember actually where did he qualify. It was P1,
Was it P1 or 2?
P2.
I swear it was like P1 or P2. In the Williams, remember?
Yeah. Now I remember. And he was on the podium. I remember for last year Belgium. You bring up a good point. He is really good in wet. I'm not gonna lie, he's really good in wet. That
And
Williams
he's got-
background
and he's got
coming
the
in.
car for it, so
He does.
I think
And Mercedes has one of the best reliabilities, so
And I think it's also good that it's a street circuit as well. I think it's going to come to his advantage because Hungary, it's like a track, and I think Max his car is awesome on a regular track, but on a street circuit.
but there are a lot of high speed straights on the Singapore.
I know that one
GP,
after that
so-
long hairpin. That's a big
Yeah.
one. I think Russell could do it though. I think he could. I'm gonna back him. I'm backing for this race.
Either him or Hamilton.
Who
I mean,
knows?
you know me. I would love to see Leclerc P1. I would love to see Leclerc P1,
we
but
need a
what's it
Hamilton
called?
win this year. I don't know when it's
We
gonna
do.
come, but we need one.
We do. Imagine Abu Dhabi
I
last
think
race he
the one
wins.
place it would most likely come is Brazil.
Brazil. I'm thinking the same. It has to be Sao Paulo.
I
mean-
that might be my favorite track. I'm not gonna lie.
It's
think
one of
my
my
favorite
favorites
tracks.
too. I mean, Sao Paulo,
We're
like
gonna
his
do that before we end.
hometown hero.
We're gonna rank our favorite tracks. Just make a fun thing as well. But anyway, some
way.
other news for you guys. Mercedes and Petronas extended their contract. I forgot how many years more, but they extended their contract. Which
That's
is
good. That's good.
A little bit surprising because isn't F1 about all this no carbon footprint? And here's one of their biggest teams signing a deal with fossil fuel provider. Am I correct in saying that?
I actually don't know what the Patronus is
Is it
to
like
this
a
day. Like,
fuel?
Split oil and gasoline. One
I
of
think
those.
so, something like that.
Petroleum.
Yeah, petroleum, some
Yeah,
petroleum
so
thing.
fuel.
I mean, they did say that they were going to go carbon neutral
But then-
2026,
but-
or they
but
bring in
then-
more electrical power. But
But then they
I don't
add,
know.
but then they add more races to the calendar, ensuing more traveling, leading to more carbon footprint being left.
I mean, I think that the carbon neutral is just to make the F1 look very cute.
We
but
all know.
Other
We
than
all
that,
know
I,
that shit,
I, yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't see them. It's not. This isn't Formula E. You carbon neutral, you go to Formula E for
is
that bullshit.
sick. We need to go to a race. The next one in Brooklyn. We need to go.
Yeah, I
Formula
mean,
E is sick.
Formula E. That's where all that carbon neutral type shit. Leave the good stuff for Formula One, because honestly, I don't want none of that crap infecting Formula One, because it's just it's gonna make it look really, really messy.
And then the final bit of news that I want to talk about before we get into like ranking our favorite tracks. So Alpine is bringing a big aero package, a major aero upgrade to
Really?
Singapore this year, which is
Mm.
perfect because aero is really needed here at a high speed
Yeah.
street circuit. Right, the first two corners are pretty, obtuse.
Yeah.
You got that Singapore sling section. You're gonna need aero for them high
Yeah.
speed, tricky corners.
How many DRS zones are in here? 3 or 2?
I think 2.
DRS zones. 2.
The first straight is 1.
First straight, yeah.
That second bit, that back straight after the sling, I don't think is a DRS zones. I think 2. I'm pretty sure.
Touch.
Right? Is it 2?
I mean, I'm not sure. I was asking you, but
I can't, think,
I'll
I
look
can't
it
think of the third one. So I'm pretty sure it's 2.
yeah, probably
But,
so.
yeah. So, does this big aero package for Alpine wrap up P4? You reckon? If that, because we know it's not guaranteed the aero package will work, but if it does, how is that gonna? What does that mean for McLaren?
I think honestly, even without that aero package, McLaren's pretty
I
bin.
agree.
If anybody should be bringing aero package, it's McLaren. If anybody should be bringing any upgrades, it's McLaren. Every single track they should be bringing upgrades. But because right now I'm pretty sure if you were to give that aero package to Haas, even without testing it, they would probably be faster than McLaren at this point, which is embarrassing.
Here's my question.
You know?
Do you think McLaren want to get the season over with because they know they have a driver who's not racing for them next season?
I mean, it's good to have a driver. Good drivers are a good thing, but good drivers can't do good driving without good car. You need good car. Not if you don't have good car.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, do you think McLaren wants to get the season over with like right now because they have a driver driving for them who's not going to be with them next year? So you think they just want to like chop it off, like just sack it off, and whatever happens, and just focus on next year?
What do you mean?
Ricardo's not driving
Like-
for them next year, and there's still like what 6 races
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
So you think they just like
So-
don't really care as much as this season anymore, or like, what do you think?
So
about
you're
that?
thinking they're gonna bin him in the middle of the race? Like,
Not bin him, but like
They're
move
just
like
not- they
resources
just
to
don't care.
next
Like,
year.
they're just not placing that much care on the season anymore, just because they have a driver driving for them for the end of this season that won't be here come next season.
I actually get what you're saying now. I mean, they may not care as much now, but I'm pretty sure they still have to do some testing at least because they need to know what to fix so that their cars could be at least in decent form for next year. Because, again, they have drivers, but they don't have the car, and they need the car because it's not like the drivers are going to be running on the track on foot. So I feel like their best bet right now is to probably bring something like some good, decent packages just to test what works, what doesn't work, and put it on Lando's car. Because Ricardo's done for. I would just put that shit on Lando's car and see yes, yes, no, no, and then take notes for next season and then come back stronger than ever.
Brandon, what do you
I think that's their best path.
Brandon, what do you think?
About the McLaren?
Yeah.
I think. I think that they would move their resources instead of like upgrading like Alpine is doing this year.
Yeah.
They'll just move it to developing it over winter break, and just hope that it works the next year. Because like this year they're not really fighting for much.
I agree. I think it's inevitable that Alpine are gonna get P4, right? They have two on-form drivers, where the car is quicker than the McLaren. McLaren have an all-star, all-caliber driver, but he could only do so much against the least competitive car. Two against one, and both cars are quicker than that one car. Alpine's got P4, right? Surely, also, if this aero package actually develops, I think it's gonna be a long summer for McLaren, because they were quoted to come in here this season, challenge Ferrari, maybe challenge the Mercedes if it fell off, but no, not even anywhere close to that. Their drivers have, like, the quality is there, and you could easily see that, but the car just is not there. And who knows what's next year is gonna stay for them, but it's not looking too good right now. So I think McLaren, in my opinion, are just like Brandon said, just kind of doing a Haas, but not as early as Haas. Just putting their development towards next season and focusing on the Piastri Norris partnership and not really caring too much about this season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Honestly, is it wrong to think that I feel like Alonso deserves a seat at Red Bull? Like, I would kind of want to see Alonso with Max over Alonso with Checo. Just because, I mean, looking back at it, Alonso's really, really good. Despite having so much misfortune with McLaren in their previous years, he is really, really good. I mean, back in his Renault years, back in his Ferrari years, back in his Alpine years, I mean, he's really good. I would say, even at 41, having at least a 1-year contract, maybe 2 at Red Bull, that would be really cool. He's a talented driver, and he could even be fighting for the championship. Alonso,
he might deserve this seat, but there's no way in hell they're getting rid of Checo. I don't think they're gonna get rid of him.
True.
No way.
But I would love to see him in a Red Bull. I mean, I think
you'd love to see him in a more competitive car, not just Red Bull.
In a more competitive car for sure. But him making the move to Aston Martin. I don't know. It feels like money's talking here. I mean, money's always talking. But what's it called?
Talking.
The Aston Martin.
Again, you mentioned that he's 40. He's 40 years old.
He's 40 and still pushing those youngsters out there. I mean, like.
But when money talks as well, you gotta take that.
Yeah.
Who knows? Aston Martin could have something up their sleeve. You never know.
I mean, and they need to find someone good to copy off this year or next year, because I don't think they were very successful with copying off Red Bull shit. Because
they definitely were not.
That was really bad.
Anyway.
I mean, how do you copy and still get it wrong? Honestly, they couldn't even copy correctly.
Yeah.
What a bunch of idiots.
Anyways, we're gonna do a little segment where we're gonna rank your favorite tracks. We'll do your top 5 favorite tracks. And
Top 5.
Give me a little reason why. Brandon, we'll start with you.
I gotta look at the list of tracks. Can I go last?
Brian, we'll start with you.
Listen.
Oh man, man's really picked me.
Are we going off of current
could be any
ones or
track.
general?
We'll go together. So we'll all say our fifth.
Wait, but like the tracks could be, are they like 2000s and up?
Modern tracks.
Up to what year?
So the original Las Vegas, we can't do that.
Oh man, there's no way you're gonna choose Caesar's Palace like that. Come on, there's no way you're gonna choose Caesar's Palace. Next, he's gonna say, "Oh, let me choose the New York one."
No,
the New York Grand Prix,
the India, and the Daytona, the Watkins.
No, not even that one, because there was an F1 race in the New York. I think it was like in Albany or something. Like that.
Oh, Watkins Glen. I said that.
Watkins Glen, yeah, Watkins Glen.
That's
yeah, that was
like 3 hours away from Albany. I've been there. Watkins
really?
is a nice place.
Yeah, that race
there
was
was supposed to be a New York Grand Prix though on Staten Island, but these dumbass motherfuckers denied our race in 2009, and I'm pissed.
Wait, there was supposed to be
Yeah.
one in Staten Island?
Yes.
There was.
The New
I
York Grand
thought
Prix was supposed to
I've
happen
heard about.
in Port Richmond. I'm pretty sure.
Was it? I
Yes.
heard about the one Port Imperial.
Yeah.
And
Port Imperial, I've
they
actually
were
also heard
they've
of.
also been discussing Central Park for the longest time, but that's not
Yeah.
gonna work. That's such a tourist like place.
Yeah, there's no way
There's no
Central
way.
Park's gonna work.
Like, remember? Did I ever take you guys to the Puma store in the city?
No.
No.
The simulators.
No.
The simulators there. It's like a race around Central Park, basically. But no, the New York Grand Prix was supposed to be in Staten Island, but they said no. Anyway.
No, Mikey. No. That's so not right.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, what's your fifth favorite track? We'll all go together.
Fifth
All of this-
favorite?
all of
Oh
these year's
man.
tracks, these year's tracks.
Jeez.
Fifth favorite? That's really hard to name fifth favorite. I mean, I'll just name my favorite tracks because I cannot rank them in any order because
Okay.
it's so. They're just so like it's so hard. So.
Are you doing this based off a layout or?
Everything like
Okay.
layout, the race is conducted. I mean the venues, everything. Silverstone.
Mm-hmm.
Silverstone, Suzuka, Monza, Sao Paulo, you know what? I want to say Monaco. I'm gonna say Monaco.
You see Monaco?
Top 5, yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's some reasons. Silverstone. I mean, Silverstone's just it's a classic. The venue, the layout, everything's just amazing. It's just such an ideal race to have. It's
That's a
amazing.
beautiful track. I love and racing are
Suzuka
always-
Circuit. In the rain, treacherous to watch, which makes it all the more fun to watch Suzuka in the rain. But even not in the rain, those corners, the placement, I guess, of the DRS zones. I mean, Suzuka always brings out a fun race,
But
even when
it's low
like
key
someone's
hard to
dominating.
overtake though in Suzuka.
It is, but that's where drivers are going to have to be a little bit more cunning and start
Okay.
thinking on their feet. Same thing with Monaco. Monaco, it's impossible to overtake, but Monaco,
I hate
you know, the
watching
classic
Monaco.
and the turns. It is boring
I
at 77 laps. It is boring,
so boring.
but it is. I mean, because there is no chance to overtake, it forces drivers
hear
to
you.
think creatively,
I hear you.
and I think that brings out the best out of the drivers.
I hear you.
I want to say Monza. Monza was boring this year a bit. I was a bit upset
Monza's
at that,
been
but
boring,
Monza is the temple of speed. I mean, it's
Hear
the
that.
temple of speed. They go so fast there, and it's amazing. It's the Tifosi, the circuit is just built for going fast. It's literally like the need for speed right there. I mentioned Sao Paulo. The layout is very nice, and the races are just amazing that happen there. I mean, there's always a chance, always the unpredictability factor, always the chance that someone is going to have like that amazing comeback in Sao Paulo. I mean, Lewis 2021.
Cough, Lewis
yeah.
Hamilton.
Yeah, I mean,
Twice.
someone always has a shine in Sao Paulo, and it's definitely something to look forward to. Now, I think, what else did I mention? I mentioned Silverstone, Suzuka, Sao Paulo,
Monza?
Monza, Monaco. I
Yeah,
think.
she did 5.
Yeah, those
Was
are
it your
basically
five, Bryan, or did
my
mine?
5.
I kind of have a list.
Go on. Go on. Back it, son.
So, honorable mention.
What?
Ford Imperial.
Wait.
Oh yeah, I'm breaking the rules here. Ford Imperial Grand Prix is my honorable mention.
May it rest.
I have like a very I have a small attachment considering I live very close to it, and I did one of my final projects in college on Ford Imperial.
Ford Imperial. What is that? Where is that?
It's in New Jersey, Hudson County. It's like north of Hoboken, if I remember correctly.
Oh. Was there an actual race there? Like.
No, but
he made it.
There was once a video of
Yeah.
Vettel driving Infinity car around like where the circuit would be.
Oh, so but we're like talking about like actual like race circuits.
That's why it's an honorable mention, Brian.
Oh.
This guy, bro.
So,
Just like the Ferrari mechanics, finding a way to get it wrong.
Hey man, I gotta try, bro.
listen, it could be worse. I could have sent Caesar's Palace. Honorable mention.
Caesar's Palace. Oh man.
Or
Alright,
Australia.
so I never really cared for Australia, honestly.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I'm
Australia?
gauging these by like mainly how I do in like the F1
F1.
2020 games.
Actually,
so if I do well,
one of
if I like
mine
the
is
circuit
kind of
there.
based on that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh man.
Alright.
But no, actually, I really
Um,
love this track. That I'll go after Brendan though. Go on, Brendan.
So 5th place, Malaysia.
Okay, Malaysia,
wait.
but why 5th place?
Does that count? Does it count? If
Alright,
not,
go on,
Malaysia
go
counts.
on,
Malaysia
go on,
counts.
go on,
Do
yeah.
we count Malaysia?
Yeah, we'll count Malaysia.
if it doesn't count, I can add another.
Anything
go.
over 2010, I guess,
Go
or
on, go on,
something.
yeah, go on, Malaysia.
So Malaysia. I've never driven this in a game, but like looking at the track layout, it looks very good.
You
Yeah,
do that
it
clip?
does,
I
it
watched
does.
it live. Oh no! When Lewis broke down.
Yeah.
Like,
Or
I
better yet,
felt like
when-
that shit hit me, bro. Like,
Or multi 21. Multi 21,
Yeah,
Seb, multi 21.
crazy.
Come on,
Yeah,
Sebastian, you
like-
need to give him your space.
But yeah, like it's I've heard like a lot of people say it's one of the best tracks, but due to like geographic conditions and like stuff like that, it's not really used. I forgot what the actual reason was. I may be wrong on that, but
What track?
Malaysia, like they
gets
don't
really
race here
hot.
because
It gets really
Yeah.
hot there. Yeah.
yeah. So fourth place, Imola.
Imola. Okay.
But yeah, like I like Monza, but like I think Monza's too
DRS
streamlining.
trainee.
Hmm?
2 DRS trainee.
Yeah,
DRS
DRS
trainee are
trains.
fucking stuck there for life.
Yeah.
Yeah, Imola I feel is like has more turns and like it's less DRS trainee. Also, like I did enjoy in the games. Not the best reason, but it's a reason.
It's a reason.
It counts.
3rd place, Azerbaijan.
Baku's
Really?
a good one.
Baku?
Baku's a...
Yeah. It's
The
it's-
90-degree turn
no,
with
the
the
thing-
90-degree turns. I
No,
can't.
the
I
thing
can't
about
with the
Baku,
90-degree
it's-
turns.
when it misses, it's terrible. When it hits, it's a classic.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
Baku's a good
It's a
one.
hit or miss. It is a hit or miss.
Baku's a good one.
2nd place. This might surprise you, Mexico.
Mexico City.
I like Mexico.
Okay, I could see Mexico City.
Mexico,
I could see Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah.
I'm curious for first
I
place.
think I have a...
What do you think my first place is gonna be?
I want to say, this is such a off
The
ball.
way
but,
way
like,
that Brendan stated that, it's gonna be some like shot in the dark.
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
want
go
to
like
say
I'm gonna go like Paul Ricard.
I'm gonna go with Kilayami, South Africa. But that's not recent. That's not recent.
I was about to say, what the fuck?
Who was it, Brendan?
Yeah, that was the South African Grand Prix. I don't even know when the last time they held it. It was like early 2000s or something like that. So there's no way Brandon's gonna choose that one. But it was a shot in the dark for sure.
Unless
Unless it is.
it's actually Brazil.
Really? Oh,
Very very normy, but it's
Alright.
like top tier.
All right.
Brazil is
Good
really
good
good.
moments, good track.
I couldn't even rank mine, but like
All right.
Brazil would definitely be like
I
up
ranked
there.
I ranked mine. So I got 3 honorable mentions.
Oh,
We got Singapore. Love Singapore.
We're allowed to do honorable mentions. I want some honorable
I'll do go at
mentions.
the end. I got
I'll give mine after.
I got Singapore. I got Austria,
Oh no, I forgot about
and
that.
I got one that none of you said. I want you to guess.
Zandor.
Zandvoort.
Zandvoort.
Oh, interesting.
Damn, that was gonna be one of my honorable mentions.
It's Canada.
Um,
I love Canada.
Canada. Circa
a
Gilles
good-
Villeneuve?
I actually really,
Really?
like Canada.
Okay, I'll admit the turn with the Wall of the Champ
The
that
Wall
goes with the Wall of
Champions.
Champions. That's
I
really
like
good
that
turn.
fast chicane going into
The
that
fast-
long hairpin.
Right-hander? Yeah.
I'm a big fan of, great moments. Was it 2018 Vettel versus Hamilton?
Yeah. Through goes.
We
There
had
it
at the
goes.
Canadian Grand Prix last year, both Canadians crashing into each other.
Oh God. Yeah.
Alright, so 5th place, another one none of you said. Guess what it is?
Bahrain.
Hint, it's not on the calendar this year.
Never mind.
It's not on the calendar
I like
this
Bahrain
year.
though. How's it going?
Turkey?
No, Brandon?
Sakir?
China. China.
China?
Shanghai.
China?
I love the Chinese Grand Prix. Big fan of it.
Oh.
I think it
Okay.
has everything of a good track. A nice technical section, long straights, some great moments. Maxon was at 2016 against like in the rain against Hamilton and Rosberg.
Yeah.
Dominating. That's when we first heard of Verstappen really come onto the scene. I love China. And 4, another one you guys didn't put. This one is on the modern day calendar. Guess.
I was gonna say Abu Dhabi
Coda.
or something.
What do you
Abu
say,
Dhabi.
Ryan?
Coda.
Coda and Abu Dhabi? No and no. It's Jeddah.
Bahrain.
It's Jeddah.
Actually?
I love Jeddah. Jeddah's a good track, man. A lot of tight turns. You have to be a good driver to be like we saw with Verstappen last year in his
Yeah.
epic qualifying lap. One mistake and it's over. You gotta love that stuff about Formula One, the tight margin stuff. You live for it. Number 3, I put Imola. Big fan of Imola.
Everyone's choosing Imola though. I don't really like Imola. I'm not gonna lie.
Its levels better than Monza. It,
What?
it requires much better driving, in my opinion, than just straight. Yeah, love Imola. The high speed chicane at the turn. The high speed chicane into turn 1 and after.
Yeah.
And 3 and 4.
I could see that.
Love
That's
that.
always entertaining to watch that one.
In number 2, I got Silverstone. It's always a
Yeah,
classic.
Silverstone.
Has to be there.
Yeah.
And number
I'm curious
1,
for your number 1.
Brazil.
Very curious.
Brazil.
Sao Paulo.
Has to be, bro. That track,
Yeah.
memories after memories after memories. I know Brandon's favorite memory is when Lewis Hamilton took out Alex Albon. I know it's Brandon's favorite.
That's false. That is false.
I thought that was gonna be the time where you show your face and you're all mad and angry.
This guy's such a
Bro, I
sore
wasn't even watching
loser.
F1 at that time.
Yeah, true. But
I was like, this guy is such a sore loser.
that was Austria.
Oh, that was Austria?
I'm pretty sure.
Really? Alright, so everyone kind of gave their honorable mentions.
I have 2
gotta s-
honorable mentions. I'll go after Bryan.
Alright, how many honorable mentions can I do? Can I do what's my number?
Do 3.
4,
Do
5, 3? 3. Alright, 3, Zandvoort.
Respect.
Fair.
I completely forgot about that at the moment, but I mean, the elevation, real cute
The
stuff
banked
right there.
curve. That was
Yeah, that's one of my favorite. I'm gonna go with. This one's tight, but I want to say South Africa. I don't know why,
I'm not gonna
but
lie to you. I have never
for
watched
some
the
reason-
South African.
for some reason it's very, very good. It's just, I don't know, very. I feel like it's a very interesting track. It's
Okay.
interesting,
That's everyone's
more to say the
opinion.
least. It's definitely
And
interesting.
what about the 3rd?
And my last
I think I know
one.
what you're gonna say. But say it.
What do you think? What do you think?
I'm thinking Singapore.
No. It's not. Brother, what do you think it's gonna be?
Is it in the current calendar?
It is.
Coda.
Coda.
Circuit of the Americas, Texas.
No.
Fuck. Okay.
For some reason, I don't like that track. I don't know
I'm
why.
not a big. I mean,
I'm not a
I don't like it
humongous
either.
fan
I
of it.
can't do the S's on controller.
Yeah, I'm not too.
oh my
I'm
god,
not
the
too.
S1 controller. Don't even get me started.
I'm not too crazy about that one.
It has to be the LSIA Grand Prix, right, Brian?
This is definitely the LSIA Grand Prix. That's rank 1. That's rank 1. The first one that you made. The first one that you made.
What is it?
Hungary. I want to say Hungary.
Okay.
Cause it's interesting. You don't. I mean, I guess there are a bit of DRS trains, but like it dissolves in the race.
I think it's kind of similar to Canada, Hungary, a little bit similar.
Similar, but like some of the curves are a little bit more
Hungary's
technical, and
definitely
that's
more,
what yeah, and that's what I like about Hungary. It takes a bit more skill.
That's
So
cool.
basically, honorable mentions: South Africa, Hungary, and
let's do
Zandvoort.
least favorite real quick. Just your top 3 least favorite races to watch, just to watch.
Least favorite.
Can I do my last honorable mentions?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Bro's adding more.
I mean, I only had one. I'm gonna add 2 more. So they're gonna be unranked. So do you guys want to guess the first one?
Are they both on the calendar?
Fuck is it?
Were they on the calendar?
They were very recently.
Portimao.
Very recently?
Wait. Very recently, yeah.
Portimao.
Within the last.
Oh,
Portimao. Portugal.
Portugal? You are correct.
Bro, what?
Portugal's
I don't
Oh,
know how
man.
he guessed it.
Cause it's.
I think he
Ethan,
guessed
bro,
it
tell
by
me.
the amount of F1 clips I sent him from there.
You probably did.
like
Can I take a shot at the second one?
Turkey.
Yes.
Second one, I want to
Istanbul.
say
Huh?
Istanbul.
Red
Turkey.
Bull. Red Bull.
Red Bull Ring?
Yeah, I was saying Red Bull Ring.
Wait, Ethan, did you say Red Bull Ring?
I said Turkey, Istanbul.
Oh, no to both.
What is it?
Sakir.
Ah.
Oh, damn, Sakir. Sakir's a good race. Sakir's a good race. Sakir's a good race.
Nah.
So what are we doing now? Least favorite tracks?
Go on, just give me your least favorite for now. Not even having just the least favorite to watch.
Oh man, least favorite. Oh man, honestly. Damn, that's actually really hard.
I know.
Wow, that's actually really hard.
You better not say what I think you're gonna say. You better not.
I
What
might
are you
just.
gonna say?
Say
I
it.
might just.
I think I know what you're gonna say. I'll slap you silly if you do.
I'm gonna get slapped off camera.
Say it.
I'm gonna say. Ah, damn,
do
it's
it.
really hard, but. Melbourne Park.
Okay, he didn't say it good.
What do you think I was gonna
I thought
say?
you were gonna say Kota.
No, one of my choices was between Circuit of the Americas.
Yeah.
I just don't like it. I don't know
just
why.
said that. I
Circuit
just
of
said
the...
Kota.
Bruh.
Oh well,
This fucking idiot,
I-
fam.
I was gonna say
It's
Circuit of the
a whole race.
Americas.
How could we not like it?
I don't like the layout. They need to.
I like
I
the
think
layout.
something
It's
about the
cool.
layout. Well, I don't like the layout.
The elevation. I like Kota, man.
It's weird. I was
It is
gonna
weird,
say
so make it
that
good.
Melbourne or
I hate
Russia
Melbourne as
actually.
well. Russia?
Russia.
You don't like Russia?
I don't know why.
I'm not a big
for
fan of
some
Russia
reason-
either, 'cause of, but anyway.
Well, no. It wasn't. It has nothing to do
I know,
with
I'm
that.
joking,
It's just
I'm joking. I'm joking.
that it was what's it called? It was I don't know. It's if it wasn't for Lando making it interesting last year, I don't really.
Russia, I love Russia. What about the torpedo? Kvyat into Vettel?
I mean, okay, the torpedo at that moment was.
Bottas' favorite track.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's It's like But Melbourne Park, I just do not like. I do not like.
I'm not a big fan of Melbourne either. But I'm sorry.
Very boring.
I'm gonna piss
Very
off
boring.
a lot of people. Monaco is a snooze fest, man. I can't. It's a
It is, but
snooze
it's a
fest.
classic. It's a
I
classic,
get that,
though.
but god damn, it's a snooze fest.
Qualifying is nice to watch, but the race itself.
Qualifying is nice to
Yeah,
watch.
qualifying's awesome, but the race, holy fucking shit. Especially
many
this
tracks are
year
we
when
doing?
I woke up early to watch it, and they delayed it for like an hour and a half just for some fucking raindrops. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was a pain
Definitely,
to watch.
definitely.
But yeah, that's
Are we doing
mine.
one track?
Yeah,
So
Sorry.
we're doing, I
there's
guess, one track.
Give it a go.
All right. Abu Dhabi.
Really?
It's a good option.
Abu
Abu
Dhabi.
Dhabi.
Like, it's had moments.
If it wasn't the last race on the calendar, I'd most likely agree with you, Brandon.
Really? I don't know. Like Abu Dhabi, like it's the showdown of like the century.
That's
for
why.
some
That's
reason.
why.
No,
That's-
no,
It
that's
was
Brazil.
like the last.
That's
that
the
should be
only-
Brazil.
Okay, Brazil. I would give that to
That's the
Brazil
only
for
thing that's
sure.
running
I mean,
for Abu Dhabi though. Like it's generally not the best. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, I guess we should probably wrap up with last 6 race predictions.
Sure. I'm down.
I just need the calendar just to see what kind of races going. Ooh.
Last
Okay,
6.
so it's Singapore, then it's Japanese back to back, then it's USA, Mexico, Brazil, Abu Dhabi. Okay, so Singapore, I think I already said it before earlier in the video. What my
Max.
predictions are:
Let's just go
Yeah,
for let's just go for winners. Let's just go for winners.
top 3, or top 3 or just
Alright, we'll do
winners.
podium. We'll do podium.
Max for Singapore, Max, Leclerc, and Russell. I want to say.
For Singapore.
I don't know if I changed it any differently, but that was for Singapore. Japan, I want to say. I don't even know what the weather is going to be there, but I want to say.
It's really hard to give.
It's always different, but you know what? I'm gonna go with Leclerc.
Wait, let's all do Singapore first. So I'm going for Singapore.
Oh,
I'm doing Russell first, Max second, Charles third. The homies.
I'll go Max. Max, Hamilton, Russell.
Okay, Japan.
Japan. I want to go Leclerc, Hamilton, and Max.
Brandon, go on.
I think Leclerc will get something in Japan, then Max, then say Russell.
I'm gonna go Leclerc, Max, Checo.
Next up we have the United States
Copa.
Grand Prix. Yeah, that's with its high speed straights. This one's gonna go to Max. Then I have Leclerc, and then I have Russell.
Go on, Brandon.
Max, Leclerc, Hamilton.
I'm gonna go Max, Hamilton, Sainz.
Oh fuck, I forgot all about signs.
Yo, y'all hating on my boy,
It's
bro.
like the mechanic with the tire. Forgot about signs.
Oh man.
Alright, Mexico.
Mexico. Mexico has really long straights. Gonna be tough, but I'm gonna want to say Perez. Perez, Max, Leclerc. Yeah.
I'm gonna do the exact same. I think.
Yeah. I think Perez deserves a win in Mexico.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
same Perez, Max. But I'm gonna go Hamilton. Because I think what's
You go
gonna happen.
Hamilton.
I think Max is already going to be done with the World Championship, and if he's leading and Perez is behind, he'll give him the win, sort of thing.
So you think what? What's the order for you?
I said Perez first, Max, Hamilton.
Max Hamilton. Okay.
Brazil, I'll go first. I'm going third place. I'm gonna go Verstappen in third. I'm gonna go Russell in second, and I'm gonna go Hamilton in first, giving it the first Mercedes 1-2 of the year.
I like that, but I'm gonna go with Brazil. Hamilton, Leclerc, Max.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do the same as that. I swear, this isn't just me just copying Bryan. I swear.
Abu Dhabi.
He likes my options.
I'm gonna go Magnussen, Latifi,
What?
and out of nowhere, Pierre Gasly.
Magnussen?
No, I'm joking. I'm gonna go.
Yo, wait, what? I need to hear those options again. My ears are just
I think
hearing
Max
it
is
today.
gonna win again, like the last race. I'm gonna go Max. I think Lewis is gonna stay away from P2 just from PTSD. So I'm gonna say Max. I'm gonna say Sainz, and I'm gonna say Leclerc.
Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna go with. Damn. I have odds about that one. You know what? Just because it's still two very long straight line speeds and the Red Bull's dominating, I mean, I'm going to say Max, Leclerc, and Russell.
I'm gonna go Sainz.
Sainz? Really?
Sainz,
Yes.
why do you hate on Sainz?
No, I don't hate on Sainz. It's just like
Better than Leclerc. What?
they keep screwing up his shit.
I'm gonna do Sainz.
You know I'm a Leclerc fanboy.
Schumacher and Vettel.
Sainz is better.
What? Schumacher and boy, what? Schumacher and Vettel. Okay, Vettel I could see. Schumacher, I'm sorry. There's no way.
Michael
That's
Schumacher.
second. Michael Schumacher wins.
But yeah,
Oh man.
I think that's everything we got covered for today, and looking forward. F1's back after I think it's been 3 weeks, long 3 weeks, but finally back. Singapore, always a good track, always produces memories, especially in the rain. Hoping for a rainy, heavily contested Singapore Grand Prix. It's been a pleasure speaking to you boys as always. Stay tuned to the channel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you guys don't want to watch the whole entire stream, we have the Clips channel going for us. You could find it on 3Wide Podcast Clips. I'll leave a link to that in the description, as well as our social medias if you want to check any other content. For example, we all do racing, so I have a couple videos on my own go-kart racing posted, and I will continue to post that as well. So hope you guys have a good day, take care, and peace out everyone.
See you later, mate. Peace out.
See ya.